The situation, the interest from Roc-A-Fella, did that come before Interscope or after Interscope?
That came before almost everything.
Oh, okay. So that's even before then. All right, so let's go into that. So at one point, Clark Kent wanted you to sign with Roc-A-Fella, right? But you didn't really want
No,
to.
Clark Kent didn't want me to sign with anybody.
Oh, he
He
didn't
was
want
like,
you.
yeah, he didn't choose any label for me. He wanted me to sign where I wanted to sign. But Hove had interest, like the Roc-A-Fella had interest based off of so I just I remember the earlier conversations when like Dame, shout out to Dame, man. I think Dame thorough as shit, man. You know what I mean? I respect Dame, you know what I mean? And you know, it was my man Toot just wasn't feeling, you know, the initial dealings what they had Toot had with them was based off, you know what I mean, the major figures. And you already know how they felt like, you know what I mean? They ain't feel like they got to offer the bullshit number and they wasn't with it, you know what I mean? So they didn't take it, you know what I mean? And before they could even offer me that, Toot was already like, no, we ain't doing that. Fuck all that. Like, don't even try that shit, more or less. Like, you know what I mean? So like him and Dame, when they was going back and forth, that shit was like funny to me. Like them niggas was like, you know, it was funny because they had history, whatever. But uh yeah, whole like, you know what I mean? It was there. Me and my man Filthy Rich, we had put out this he got a company called Uncut Entertainment, right? And Uncut Entertainment was the first piece of official CD, like the first, I would say that was like the first mixtape that I approached as the Cannons, right? And we put that bitch out with strength. You know what I mean? We surrounded the Philadelphia Spectrum at the time. We covered all the sides. We gave out over 10,000 CDs for free. And that shit was hot. It was hot. And everybody who heard it was fucked up off it. So while we out celebrating the fact that we got all these cars riding by us and all of that shit, banging our shit, right? I get a call from Clark. I'm like, what up? I picked the phone up. He like, yo, what color is the CD again? He like, the nigga in the background like, it's yellow. He like, yo, you put a CD out tonight that's yellow? I'm like, yeah, what is it called? He said, what is it called? He said, Uncut. I said, yeah, we dropped that joint tonight. He said, yo, that shit must be hot, because Jay called me. He at the Hyatt on the Parkway. He want to see you. You know what I mean? So I slid over there. Dane met us. It was me, my man Toot, a lot of us. We was deep as shit. We was at least 15 deep, maybe 20 deep, because we was out celebrating. You know what I mean? And then when the call came, I had to hit Toot. You know what I mean? So like we all linked up and, you know, we went down there. And, you know, we was just on the high. It was Powerhouse. It was a good night. We got to celebrate the CD. And before we looked up, we was in there for like damn near an hour and a half before anybody said anything. So once my niggas alerted me, I tapped Dame, like, yo, what we doing? You know what I mean? So he like, yeah, you know, all right. Well, so he went and tapped Jay. And he was playing poker or whatever. And he put his hand up on some like, I'm standing in the back. He ain't look back at me and like, yo, come on. What's up, bro? Come on. He was like, so I'm like, the fuck? Did he just come hither me? Like, he come hither me? The nigga's like, don't trip. I'm like, I got something for him. So I go over there and I say a particular rhyme. And I said a line or two that I don't think he felt. I registered, he ain't feel it. And he got up and walked out. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. Like, just slid his chair back and slid on me. So I look back at my niggas. They like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because I was talking that shit. Like, my rhyme was hot. And I would look at Dame and he was just like, I'll be in touch. We'll be in touch, like that. But I was offended. I felt some type of way. So every time after that Clark brought Jay-Z up to me, I was like, I'm cool. Like, I'm all right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go that way. You know what I mean? And
so it was a diss then. It was a diss, him sliding off like that. It was a diss.
I mean, he got up and walked out on me while I was rapping. But I did say, I'm here to seize the crown from the king who's a clown from the start, got the throne by default. So
ooh. Why you say that to him like that? Come on, man.
You got to listen. Let me tell you something, right? When I got into rap, I wanted to be the best MC. I wanted to be like the number one rapper. And the nigga that I was with had all the number one guys. So I'm third in line. Like, he had a smorgasbord of dope MCs. Salute to Akinelli, salute to Dana Dane, who's a great, thorough nigga. Like, I'm not taking nothing away from them, but Big and Jay. Big died. Old still rapping. I was gonna sign to you. You walked out on me. I said what I said. You walked out on me. I'm telling Clark I don't want to fuck around. You not a nigga that's used to getting told no. So somewhere along the line, Clark had to tell you, yo, I don't know what happened between y'all, but he ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? And they got a relationship that he could say that. So Hov probably told him, man, fuck all that. Tell that nigga I said I want to talk. You know what I mean? Like that. So one day I'm sitting in my crib and I get a two-way.
Wait, before we go into that though, right? Before we go into that, what was his facial reaction when he heard you say that though, before he walked off?
Like, like, this nigga. Oh, it didn't put no, I don't think he felt like, oh my God. Like, it was like the nerve of this nigga. Like, oh, fuck. Like, what, nigga? I'm out. Like, nigga. You know what I mean? And and that's how he stepped off. But, yeah, man, like, you know, and it came back around. Like, I went back up there after that, just me and him. You know what I mean? Me, him, my baby mom, and my man Titter. That was the last time I saw Jay. And he was saying a lot of the right shit. You know what I mean? He listened to the music, he heard it. You know what I mean? He had said something to the effect like, I got me, I got Bleak. Like, this is what he was saying. Like, I got me, you know what I mean? We got New York. I got state property and beans. He was like, but with you and PD Crack, he said, if I sign you with PD Crack moving, I think that was his words. He was like, I could retire. Yeah, but my man Titter was sitting there when this was said. Like, Titter was sitting there, my baby mom was sitting there, I got witnesses. Clark was sitting there, but he's gone. I don't know what he may have told. But yeah, this is real shit. I ain't gonna get on these joints and pipe nothing up. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know?
Roc-A-Fella would have been, I feel like you could have fit in perfectly because they had New York and the Philly connection right there, right? But I've read in like previous interviews, you said that the bread just wasn't right.
It was that to a degree, but it was also, I had my own squad. Like, I felt like, first of all, rapping under Hov mean I had to like, okay, I'm not going to be the best in the game because I'm rapping with the best in the game. He's on my team. So for me, that was like, all right, like, I'm putting a governor on me. You know what I mean? Because when I came up, before I met Jay-Z, he was one of the niggas I was trying to be better than. You know what I mean? Like, I'm listening to Dead Presidents and all of that shit. Like, in my mind, I'm a serious MC, deal or not. And fuck if anybody else hear these raps. When I write them, they got to be on par with that shit and them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it definitely wasn't about like, it really being a fan was like definitely thirdary. You know how they say secondary? That shit was like fourth, thirdary. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When I did an interview, it's an interview you can see that I'm doing, and I was talking about Big. I was like, God bless the dead. But when he was alive, like, I was aiming like to take him off. He was the number one guy I want to get in his business. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? I ain't know I was going to get with Clark.
Right.
I didn't know that one day I would actually meet Jay-Z. So all that can't change in the wake of, all right, I'm in a game now. Like, so now I'm in a game. I should let the fanfare lead and be like, all right, no, fuck that. Like, no. And now that I had options and I had conversations when I was doing the deals, those are some of the conversations like, yo, but he a rapper. You don't want to rap with a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? You got motherfuckers you can sign to where it'll be about you. That mattered. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things that went into me not fucking with Jay at the time.
Yeah, so I saw this other interview that you had said that like you felt like a lot of people turned their back on Clark, and one of them was Jay. Was that some of the reason that why you wasn't trying to go over there too? Because you felt the way about that?
No, because whenever I was trying to do that, I wasn't hearing whatever I heard, or those conversations wasn't even taking place yet. Like, how long ago? When I say that? That's a while ago, huh?
Yeah, it's a while ago. I don't know, man. It's kind of. I think it might have been in the actual like back when the interviews were done like written interview. You know, so like they had you on the phone or something. It wasn't
Let
even
me tell you,
video.
like, again, man, I can't stress this enough. I really wanted to be the number one guy,
Right.
and he had a hold on my guy. I was young, and I would have said anything to have him support me like he supported them. And I felt like I was getting that, but Clark was a realist. Like, you know what I mean? He would just say certain shit. We used to always argue about the Renegade record versus Eminem, M and J, right? And he would just stand on Brooklyn principle. You understand? So like, you know, vying for this was early on too when I was with Clark. I said, I'm coming for the game. Like, you fucking with me now. Like, this ain't about y'all relationship and how good y'all was. Nigga, like, you pick me to come back with and take this shit over. So that is the mindset I need you in. And you can't have that mindset if you keep jaying me to fucking death. Where the fuck is he at? Why he ain't, yeah, I mean, that's the shit I was talking at that time. Like, if he all that, then why you ain't fucking with him and we over here? Where the help? It's us versus everybody. Fuck that. And that's me.
Right.
That's who I am as an artist and a man. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's what I was on, basically. Like, yeah, I was pissed. He walked out on me. It was a nice little window where I would have said anything about Hov because I was mad. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, after he walked out and you made me go see him, nah, it's us versus everybody, bro. But you know what's crazy? I had Brooklyn niggas around me who understood that. Like, they knew what it was. It's like, you can't have, like, you gotta go all in with Sing. I need you to be that. That's the only shot we got at this shit. I got songs where I'm talking about rap God, let's say rap Crown Stiller, Philly Godzilla. You think I'm talking rap Crown Stiller? He produced the music. He knew what the fucking memo was. We want it all. You believe I can get it? So do I. Let's go. Stop. What's up? You think so too? Let's go. Wasn't nobody treating me like they just got another nigga they signed. My album was that work. And niggas was happy about it and excited about it.
So what was the argument between you and Clark about Renegade specifically? I just had this conversation with RJ Payne too.
I I said I said M came to put hip hop in check. And he said Hove put him in check. And I said, Eminem said, well, who's the king of these rude, lucrative lyrics? Like, who's the king of the what? So then I started saying shit, well, maybe like Hove laid his verse first, but he was just saying I didn't understand what Jay was saying. And like, I missed it. And I'm like, who you talking to? I'm a wordsmith. I ain't missed shit. You know what I mean?
No, you were talking about the Renegade record with M and J, but you know that record was actually M and Royce the 5'9" first, and Jay needed a record, so M gave him that one and took Royce off. So he already had his vocals on there. So Jay heard the vocals of M and then laid his verse.
As an MC, take off everything as if I never. Come here, man. I don't need you going all over there now. Have a seat. Um, this is an MC, man, and a fan of Jay-Z. I want him to get off. His verse was dope. When he had that flow, do not step to me, off of the box left of the off of my
Right.
That's what I wanted. That's the Hove I was expecting, period. He got verses where he don't do nothing but glide like that. Fat man, what you doing? He gonna sleep good tonight. He out here going crazy.
I think substance wise, Jay was really saying some shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course he was.
yeah.
Now, I mean, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. But
he could have flowed better because the way M was flowing so like on that beat was ridiculous, right? He killed it in that regard.
I don't want to use the word. I don't want to use the word better, man, because Hove is Hove. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. He top tier. You know what I mean? He is definitely one of the ones. We can't never disrespect that. I'm just saying, I just heard Jay tumble on shit so flawlessly. Like,
you wanted him to bring that game. That's what you were saying.
It like he could like he say what he want to say in ways nobody else say it but him. So it ain't about getting the pointer off. It's never that. Don't go up them steps. Yeah, man. Jay just he's a stumbler when it comes to the flows and such. You know what I mean? And the way he just that shit just be falling sometimes like drop like. And I kind of wanted to hear him do that. You know what I mean? Where I felt like M had did that, and it don't really matter to me. It would matter if like Jay laid his verse first. That would make it different. But I don't know, man. Just as an MC, I was a fan of the song, and I felt like M got off on some rapper MC shit. Like he was styling, he was talking,
right,
and it makes sense because he wasn't on the mission Jay was on with the verse he gave